Elementary School. We'd like to welcome you to IHSAA Soccer. Boys soccer tonight on Hamilton County Television, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating over 26 years in business. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors, Noblesville Trophies and Community Health. It is an absolutely gorgeous afternoon here at White River Elementary School. My name is Brad Silbert. Have the pleasure of being joined today by Dan Axe. And Dan, we got a dandy of a day here, 82 degrees, just excellent conditions. But we've got one whale of a ball game coming up here.
Yes, we do. Number 4 hosting number 3 tonight, so it should be a very good game. Two top-notch, legendary coaches, and two big rivals.
Let's talk about these two teams. First, let's talk about the visiting Carmel Greyhounds. They are coming in here at 9-1-0 overall, and very stingy giving up goals.
Yes, they are. When they've been in against top flight talent, it's been 0-0, 1-0, those kinds of games, as is Noblesville. So it's both teams very, very stingy.
Who do we need to watch out for on the Greyhound side tonight?
I'd say it's probably going to be in the Ashley Watucky, Emily Spidell, Kelsey James, and Susie Stotterstrom scored over the weekend, I believe, and Emma Antoine.
Quickly, the Noblesville Millers, how do they stack up tonight?
And the Millers, it's the Chattertons. Jenna Chatterton has scored quite a bit. Lauren, her sister, scored over the weekend. Ellie Jensen and Carly Hudnall both scored over the weekend.
Tonight is also Pink Night here, in addition to what is normally a pretty good crowd. But, you know, with number 3 and number 4, when I got here this afternoon, Dan, the parking lot was already full here.
Yes, it was.
It was a little hard to find a parking place. So this is going to be, I think this is going to be one whale of a match when you put number 3 against number 4. And, of course, these teams play in different conferences. And let's compare the two conferences, the MIC versus the HCC.
Well, the MIC conference is not as much of a soccer conference as the HCC. It is definitely a soccer conference. You've got 4 or 5 always of the top 10 teams in the state.
What about the HCC then?
The HCC always has the top teams in the conference. I mean, in the state. So you've got up and down the line excellent games. This weekend, Noblesville beat Brownsburg 3-0 at Brownsburg. That's a big win to go out there and get that. Carmel had a big win over Warren Central, 7-0 this weekend. So these two teams are ready to score. We'll see if their defenders allow that.
Well, Aaron Baker has allowed 1 goal during regular play this season for the Greyhounds. That is phenomenal.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And the Millers, they've been pretty stingy on letting the ball into the net too.
Yes, they've only given up 2 goals in the conference. Both of those were to Fishers. So I'm sure everybody's going to look at the film and see what went on there to understand how to break them down.
Well, the other thing I was looking at a little earlier today, and you can comment on this, both of these teams play some excellent competition. I think Noblesville plays 9 teams that are ranked in the rankings, all of them in 3A except for Cathedral, which is in 2A, and Carmel plays eight teams that are ranked. So when it comes right down to it, this looks like it should be a fairly even match.
I'd say very even and a very, very hard played match.
We're going to join Andrew Trissler, the public address announcer here at Noblesville, for the introductions of the teams and the pregame festivities.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Noblesville High School welcomes you to White River Elementary Soccer Complex, home of the Noblesville Millers. Today's IHSAA and Hamilton County girls soccer match features the Carmel Greyhounds and your Noblesville Millers. Let's meet the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Carmel Greyhounds. The starting goalkeeper, a sophomore, number 32, Aaron Baker. A senior, number 1, Ashley Watucky. A senior, number 2, Emily Spidell. A junior, number 5, Kelsey James. A senior, number 6, Elise Reed. A senior, number 7, Elizabeth Hargis. A sophomore, number 8, Brooke Bailey. A sophomore, number 10, Claire Benici. A junior, number 11, Naomi Mann. A sophomore, number 12, Susie Soderstrom. And a junior, number 20, Olivia Frey. The head coach of the Carmel Greyhounds is Frank Dixon. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Noblesville Millers. Escorting the team on the field tonight is Megan and Tom Ott's oldest daughter, Lauren Ott, and her cousin Aaron. In goal, a sophomore, number 1, McKenna Mundy. A junior, number 6, Carly Hudnall. A senior, number 7, Ashlyn Moorfield. A senior, number 11, Jewel Hensley. A senior, number 12, Cecilia Goad. A sophomore, number 13, Jenna Chatterton. A junior, number 14, Sydney Anderson. A sophomore, number 16, Emma Potter. A junior, number 17, Jensen Summers. A sophomore, number 20, Brooke Hines. A senior, number 26, Keely Hoopengardner. And the head coach of the Noblesville Millers in his 16th season is Mike Brady. Ladies and gentlemen, would you now please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
IHSAA soccer here on a beautiful Monday afternoon here at Hazeldale Elementary. Dan, you talked just briefly about these two coaches, two legendary coaches. Talk a little bit about Frank Dixon and Michael Brady.
Frank Dixon has been the only girls coach, I believe, that Carmel has ever had. Won the first state championship back in 1994, 95. Was in the finals in 96, won in 97. He's had a total of 9 state championships. So that's quite a feat. He won his 500th game at the end of August. So he's somewhere around 507 games, if my math's right.
And Michael Brady for the Millers.
I believe he's been here 14 years. That sound right? The dean of
16 is what they're
16.
telling.
of conference coaches probably at this point. Extremely well respected. Took them to semi-state last year against Penn. So this should be quite a game tonight.
Well, we had the pleasure of doing that Penn game, although it didn't come out exactly the way we would have liked to seen it come out. But that was one heck of a soccer game up there at Kokomo at the Municipal Field. And we are just about ready to go here. Before we get going, let me remind you that celebrating over 26 years, that's Logan Street Signs and Banners, specializing in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. Contact them at 317-773-7200 or visit their website, www.loganstreetsigns.com. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Dan, I'm not going to put you on the spot for the final score. I'm going to ask you one other question about the score, though. How many goals do you think will be scored in this game tonight?
That's really putting me on the spot here. I'm going to say a maximum of 2.
Okay. We'll look back at that. We'll check back here in a little bit.
When it's 6-5, remind me of that.
I don't think that's going to be a problem, to be honest with you. It's a beautiful day for soccer here in Noblesville. 82 degrees at game time. Relative humidity of 56%, fairly comfortable, and we are underway. The Millers on Megan Ott night wearing their Think Pink jerseys, and they are moving from your right to your left on the screen here in the first half. The Carmel Greyhounds will be in their white traveling uniforms with their blue numerals, and they'll be moving from the right, or rather from the left to the right. One change I did notice, Dan, is McKenna Monday is in the goal for the Millers tonight. She was announced as the starter.
Yeah, you're right. Looks like Carmel is starting 3 seniors tonight and Noblesville 4 seniors. So these are both pretty young teams. McKenna just a sophomore.
Of course, and the goal for the Greyhounds is Erin Baker, and she's done the majority of the goaltending for the Greyhounds this season. Elizabeth Hargis takes it in.
Noblesville pressing high, much like they did against Westfield.
I think Hargis just took that ball back to just kind of get the offense set up there, Dan.
Yeah, just relief from pressure there.
I think that's Keely Hoopengardner who was going after that ball, trying to keep it from going out of bounds. It did go out of bounds.
I think it's called a foul there.
Oh, did they call a foul? Okay, because Elizabeth Hargis will have the kick.
That's 2 on that same side.
Hargis gets it deep into Miller territory. Miller's managed to clear it back. Back and forth across the midfield line, goes out of bounds. That one's going to go to the Greyhounds.
We got a score in from McCutcheon tonight. HSA girls 3 and McCutcheon 0 at halftime.
Carly Hudnall almost took that one away from the Greyhounds. Hudnall still going after the ball in a battle with Bailey Brooke, or Brooke Bailey rather. Let me get the name right there. Had the name right, but had it backwards. Yeah. Shot coming down. That one will go harmlessly out of bounds.
Had an offside call there.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why they were putting the ball there. I didn't see the offside call. Jensen Summers puts it into play. Greyhounds getting back quickly to protect their goaltender. Miller's trying to get it inside and set up, but four defenders back there for the Greyhounds.
Nobody home on that ball.
Mm-hmm. Emily Spidell takes it down the side there, turns around and heads back toward her own net. Greyhounds trying to get it set up down in the Miller zone. That's going to go out of bounds. And I believe that's going to go to the Millers. Millers once again wearing the Think Pink uniforms tonight. Another ball out of bounds.
So go to Carmel.
Greyhounds will set it up just on the Noblesville side of the midfield stripe.
Another offside.
Offside.
Same place, same person.
So the Millers will put it back in play. Jensen Summers kicks the ball into play. Greyhounds take it back, lose it, but get it right back. Naomi Mann had it. She puts it down close to the corner. Miller's trying to work it out of the corner, get it up the field. Jenna Chatterton had it. Miller's with some nice ball handling down there, but Greyhounds have got four back on to defend the two Miller attackers. Greyhounds put it back toward their net, trying to get things set up. That's Ashley Watucky. Nice play there by Jenna Chatterton. She takes it in, centers it. Miller's with a chance here. Could not get the shot off. Miller's with another chance. That's Hoopengardner tries to get a shot off, and she can't. Two of them go down.
And we got a foul back
Foul
there.
called on the Millers.
This high press by Noblesville is very effective.
Watucky. Millers take it right back. Ashlyn Moorfield trying to get it up. How many head bounces was that before that ball hit the ground? About 4 or 5 in a row there, wasn't it?
Too many. Coaches like the ball at your feet.
Just under 33 minutes remaining here in the first half. No score, which is basically about what we expected. The Millers and the Greyhounds. The number 3 Millers against the number 4 Greyhounds. Miller's trying to get it set up. That's Carly Hudnall with a possible break there, and she gets run off the play. We going to have a foul on that, Dan?
Yeah, he found one there.
I thought so. Hudnall was about a half a step away from a clear breakaway onto the net, onto Aaron Baker.
Looks like Summers is going to take it.
But the foul stopped that play.
So far, I'd say Noblesville's been the aggressor in this game.
Jensen Summers ready to put it into play.
Dangerous
See if
ball.
they can get a rebound on that. They cannot. Cecilia Goad went after that ball, but it was just a little bit over her head, so she didn't have a chance for a shot. And Aaron Baker will kick the ball back into play for the Greyhounds. Brooke Bailey had it there for a moment. Elise Reed.
Nice step.
Hoopengartner going after the ball, but she can't get there in time. Greyhounds impress me as being a very patient team, Dan. Or what do we call it, deliberate?
Ooh, that wasn't.
Jewel Hensley thought she was going to be able to get something set up in the middle there, but unfortunately there wasn't the Greyhounds were there and the Millers were not. Long pass down there to Kelsey James. She's got it there along the out-of-bounds line. That one does go out of bounds. Millers will take the possession of the ball back again. 30 minutes, 35 seconds remaining here in the first half. No score here on Hamilton County Television on the Soccer Game of the Week. Welcome aboard. There's a shot that just...
not far off.
Yeah.
Carmel pressing a little bit high now.
Yeah.
Subbing in for the Millers, number 10, McKenna Malloy.
Freshman McKenna Malloy comes in for the Millers. As you said, both of these teams are relatively young, and that bodes well for their future for both of these teams.
Right now they both got 3 seniors on the field.
Miller's trying to get the ball back.
Here's
Sydney
an opportunity.
Anderson, opportunity for the Greyhounds here.
Excellent tackle.
Tried to set it up there, but just couldn't get it. And the Millers did a good job of taking that ball away. Millers steal it back again. Got a couple downfield here. Let's see what they can get set up. That's Jenna Chatterton with the ball.
She has nice pace.
Yes, she did. Greyhounds get it back and send it down the field. Ashley Watucky is trying to get there. Will she make it in time? She does not, but Brooke Hines steps in front of the ball, and that one's going to probably – no, it didn't go out of bounds. Good effort there by the Millers to keep that ball in bounds, Dan. I thought that was going to go out of bounds. There's a shot. Save.
Spilled
Good job
it just
there
a little
by
bit,
McKenna
but she
Mundy.
held on to it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So McKenna Mundy's had a couple shots come flying at her here in the last couple minutes. 28-42.
She was a little bit undecided on that last ball there.
Mm-hmm. I got to imagine she probably had a couple butterflies in her stomach today when
going up against Carmel.
When Coach Brady said, "Oh, by the way, McKenna, you're starting in goal tonight." Carmel with the inbound. Miller's headed right back into Greyhound territory, but the Greyhounds get it back again, send it back. Benici trying to get it set up. She gets it across the field. Ashlyn Moorfield and Kelsey James go at it there.
Nice step.
Oh, good step there by Sydney Anderson to kick that ball away.
Here's a high pressure again, and it pays off.
Millers get that ball right back. Carly Hudnall got it set up there. Millers with trying to get it set up here, and that was Kate Donovan who just came in there and took the ball. No, I'm sorry, that's not Kate Donovan. Emily Spidell. I thought it was number 4. It was number 2.
There's a shot.
Oh, close.
Jenna Chatterton.
I think that was the first shot on goal for the Millers tonight so far, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think if you're counting shots on goal now, you got to count them at, what, 1 and 1?
Probably.
Because I think a couple of those shots that a couple of the shots down at the Miller end went wide. Brooke Hines does a good job of getting it away from the net.
Could have been an opportunity there. Carmel really didn't send anybody forward.
McKenna Malloy trying to get it set up. Celia Goad with the ball. Got Claire Benici all over her. Gets it down the court.
High pressure again.
Millers aren't afraid to put that pressure on down there
No,
in that
they're
zone,
not.
are they, Dan? Got to believe that if anything's going to pay off for them, that probably will in this game. Spidell sends it up, goes out of bounds, but the Greyhounds, nope, it's going over to the Millers.
Emma Potter on the throw in.
Yep.
Takes a quick throw. He's going to bring it back for a sub.
Subbing in for the Millers, number 3, Lauren Chatterton.
Lauren, the senior of the two Chattertons on the team.
She had the game winner on Saturday against Brownsburg.
McKenna Malloy sets it up, gets it in. Twice off the head, 3 times off the head. Millers fall back. It goes out of bounds. It'll come back to their possession. A lot of action right here in front of us now.
Yeah, they're right here. Do that later in the evening when it gets dark.
Here comes the Millers trying to get it set up. That's Hoopengardner. She's still ball handling, looking for some help inside, down into the corner. Keely Hoopengardner still controlling that ball. There's a shot by Lauren Chatterton. That one misses far to the left. Good bit of ball handling there by Hoopengardner. A nice pass to Chatterton, but she just got it off to the left there, Dan.
Subbing back in for the Millers.
She was lined up for that shot. She
Yeah.
just, I think, maybe pulled the trigger a little early. She had some time.
Well, you'd think now with 15 minutes gone here in the first half that the maybe some of the initial butterflies that the kids had with this being such a big game that they, maybe they've calmed down and
Yep.
they can just get right down to business here.
Here's a foul.
That one's going to go against the Millers.
Carly Hudnall, I believe.
Emily Spidell took a spill. Down the sideline, Millers chase it. Greyhounds chasing the Millers, going after it. Centering pass. Is that going to go? What was the call on that, Dan?
Must have gone over the back line because,
Okay.
well,
I couldn't see from my vantage point what was happening down
he's
there.
calling
but
a foul over here. I believe he's not got the flag up, so it's not offside.
first, I thought they were going to give him a corner kick, but now they're bringing the ball. Oh, I see the ball is over there to the left of the
Yeah,
goal.
it's going to be Miller ball.
Yeah.
Nice step.
Millers get it across the center of the field. Greyhounds take it back. Another stoppage.
He may have called a handball there.
Millers will put the ball in play from just barely inside their side of the field. Jensen Summers gets it in. Good header to clear it out of the zone there. Greyhounds kicked it back toward the goal, trying to get it set up. Tucky had it. Looks like Kelsey James is chasing it down. Brooke
And it's
Hines
cleared
kicks
out.
it out of bounds.
Yeah.
Carmel substitutions, number 9, Cassidy Eckstein. Number 16, Emma Antoine. Number 17, Morgan Parker. Number 23, Tamara Smith. Number 26, Emily Roper. And for the Millers, number 12, Cecilia Goad. And number 13, Jenna Chatterton.
About half of the squad has changed out there now, Dan. Greyhounds trying to get something set up in the Miller zone, but so far they've only had one shot on goal.
Here we go.
Set this up. Almost right in front. Oh my.
He called that off. Out to Cecilia Goad.
The uniforms the Millers are wearing tonight do not have numbers on the front, so it's a little bit hard at times to tell who's who until we can get a view of the back. Jensen Summers is doing a lot of the ball handling down there. Cleared out. Jenna Chatterton was after it for the Millers, but it got by her.
Carmel able to beat the pressure and then just gave it up.
Mm-hmm. Ashlyn Moorfield took that one away. Greyhounds with some pressure, but Jensen Summers takes care of that and kicks the ball out of bounds. But the Greyhounds will have the possession. Millers deflect the initial inbound. A lot of head action in this game tonight. That one's going to go out of bounds. And the Millers will get the ball.
Emma Potter. Sophomore. She saw some time last year, too.
McKenna Malloy down the sideline. You can have a foul called on that one, Dan, it looked like. Back into play. Oh, my, the Miller player just backed into, or rather the Greyhound player, that being number 2, Emily Spidell, just backed right into the Miller player, and the ball was awarded to the Greyhounds. Getting a little more physical out there now, Dan.
Yeah, that's a game both these two teams will play. There's another one.
The Millers will put it in play from the midfield stripe. 18:40 left in the first half. No score. Jensen Summers gets it way downfield. Olivia Frey chasing it for
Good
the
effort.
Greyhounds. It goes out of bounds.
Corner kick.
Goaltender Aaron Baker will put it back in play for the Greyhounds.
Number 26, Keely Hoopengardner.
Hoopengardner, one of the senior members of this squad, comes back onto the field.
Coach Brady subbing liberally tonight.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's, physically not that hot out, but it's still, I imagine it's still a little bit warm out there.
Pretty warm in that JV game.
They have not taken a water break yet. But the humidity isn't real high today either. The humidity's down below 60%, so it's not quite as bad as it was, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago when we were out here, and it was about 95 degrees and about 80% humidity.
Yep. Got a corner kick. Looks like Hensley going out to take it. Noblesville bringing a few more players this time. 6 in the box.
Got 4 defenders back. Greyhounds have really loaded up the box. See where Hensley puts this ball.
Low drive. Handled easily by Carmel.
Yep. Tapped right back down the field by Brooke Hines. That one's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Greyhounds, so the Millers will get it back again. Jewel Hensley will put it back in play for the Millers. I believe that's McKenna Malloy down there looking for it in the corner there. It's going to go out of bounds. This time it's off of the Millers, so the Greyhounds will have a chance to set up the offensive play. 16:30 remaining here in the first half. Thank you for joining us on Hamilton County Television. Brought to you by the fine folks at Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, and Community Health.
Caught a break there. It'll be Noblesville ball on the throw-in.
Looks like Ashlyn Moorfield is going to throw that ball into play. I notice they're throwing some water on some of the Greyhound coaching staff as the kids come by. They're hitting them with a little bit of water there to try to keep them cool. Miller's setting it up. There's
excellent
a
run, another corner.
That's going to go off in the corner, but good defense there by the Greyhounds, not even allowing that ball to get through to the net. Jewel Hensley will go back and set it up again in the corner. No score, 15-25 in the first half.
Nobody high here for Carmel, so it makes it a little bit easier for Noblesville.
See.
Right to the keeper.
Yep, Erin Baker made a nice play on that. She just throws the ball into play. That was a great play there by Emma Potter, and she got tripped. So there'll be a foul on that one, and the Millers will get the ball back. Jensen Summers ready to put it into play.
This should be a pretty good opportunity here for Noblesville.
Mm-hmm.
She should be able to put this in a dangerous
area. A lot of people lining up right on the top side of the goal box there, Dan.
Yeah, I imagine she'll try to hook this to the far post. Come up a little short.
Greyhounds cleared it with a header. Miller's got it right back again. Good effort there by Jewel Hensley to keep the ball in the Greyhound zone.
Great ball. Here we go.
Good opportunity here for the for the Millers, and they can't take advantage of it.
Greyhounds caught up with her. Otherwise, I think she had a goal.
She looked to me like she was just a little bit out of sync, Dan, and just couldn't get
trying to catch up with it.
Yeah, trying to catch up with it or get her balance back or something.
There's a nice move.
Be good move there, Hoopengartner. That one goes out of bounds. So the Greyhounds will put it back in play. Another stoppage there. Looks like that was a hand call, I believe.
Same play, almost exactly.
Yeah. Jensen Summers going to set it up here. Waiting for her players to get all set up. Here she goes.
Still comes up a little short of that ball.
Yeah, a little bit short. Gets it back into the center. The Greyhounds end up getting the ball back. Got a 5-on-5 coming down here, but now it's all slowed down. Miller's trying to get it in. Olivia Frey takes it.
Subbing back in for the Millers, number 6, Carly Hudnall.
Junior Carly Hudnall back on the field for the Millers.
Noblesville keeps it. Oh, bad throw. Bad throw.
That will go back over to the Greyhounds. 12 minutes remaining here in the first half. It's been scoreless. What did it take us in the last one we did? 67 minutes to get a goal,
That's right.
At the 13-minute mark of the
and 80 the game before that.
Yeah, You and I have seen one goal scored so far in 3 matches. Well, less than 3.
Seen a lot of good soccer, though. That makes up for it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Emily Spidell with the ball for the Greyhounds. Sends it back to Elizabeth Hargis. She sends it up the field. Morgan Parker had it. It was taken away from her. But back to the Greyhounds once again. Miller's take it away again. Here comes an opportunity for the Greyhounds. It's Tamara Smith with the ball. Broken up there.
There's
I
a
couldn't
cross
see who broke it up.
Oh
my,
close,
right
very
in
close.
front of the net. I couldn't see who the Greyhound was that was there, but it was just a little bit high. Otherwise, that would have been a goal. Miller's put it back in play. About 10.5 minutes here in the first half. Sydney Anderson does a nice job of handling the ball.
Carmel's starting to get a little more confidence here. Causing some problems for Noblesville.
Yeah,
Switch the field.
Yeah, they've been controlling the ball a little bit more, a little better here in the last couple minutes. Seemed like early in this match. Here's another opportunity for the Greyhounds. That one is on net.
That was a good hit. Nice save.
Yep.
Not an uncomfortable save, but a good one just the same.
I think that's the second ball that's actually gone on goal for them in this half, I believe, Dan.
So we're under 10 minutes now.
That one's going against the Millers. Or
got a foul here in the center of the field. Looks like it's on Elizabeth Hargis.
I thought that was going to go against the Millers there. My mistake. Jensen Summers setting it up. Good strong kick toward the net, but picked off by Emily Spidell. Boy, did that one get high. Wonder what they put in that ball to get it that high, Dan. I thought that was a hand.
And he
there.
called a foul there.
Yep.
Not sure on that last free kick if Noblesville was onside.
Stolen by McKenna Malloy. Handling the ball. Carly Hudnall trying to get it set up for the Millers. She gets it poked away. That's going to go back to the Greyhounds.
Subbing in for the Greyhounds.
The Greyhound defender just kicked that right off of Hudnall and out of bounds.
Cecilia Goad.
Coming up on 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Been a very fast first half, Dan.
Very.
I don't think the clock has stopped at all. Greyhounds setting things up.
Nice ball in. Good fight for it here. Carmel
Greyhounds
comes
were-
out
yeah,
with it.
Greyhounds were setting that one up, and Millers almost took that away from them. Tamara Smith along the sideline. Pick up to Elise Reed. And once again, the Greyhounds fall back and regroup across the center field line.
Should be easy for the keeper, and
Yep.
it is.
Yeah. McKenna Monday called off the defender there and said, "I've got it." She took it.
Hoop Garner and Potter play well together over here on this side.
They have a foul called out there now. This one's going to go on the Millers.
On Goad.
Yep. Goad, and I couldn't see who it was for Carmel. They were kind of mixing it up right there in the circle. Millers with a good bit of defense there, trying to break that up, and just broke it up enough that it went over to the right of the net. That was a
It could have been dangerous.
yeah. That was a serious threat there by the Greyhounds, but doesn't even end up as counting as a shot on goal.
She gets another half step there. She could probably look
Yeah.
for our post.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought the way she was going, she was going to have it, but then the Millers got a little momentum going and took it away. Jenna Chatterton tries to get it away, gets it to Cecilia Goad. She gets it down the field for the Millers. Intercepted by the Greyhounds. It goes out of bounds. It'll come back to the Millers.
Subbing back in for the Millers, number 3, Lauren Chatterton.
I got to believe with 5 minutes left in this half, Dan, these players are starting to feel a little winded about now, even though it's not too bad outside.
There's a little more walking going on out there.
Yeah. Not quite the fast pace there was. Of course, I would not have called this a very fast-paced game. I think both of these teams are trying to finesse each other and outmove each other. So far, both teams have been pretty successful at keeping the ball away from the goal and trying to get things set up. But it seems like once they get set up, they just can't seem to finish it off either way. Here's an opportunity for the Greyhounds.
She's got a player right in front of the net.
Oh, my, she passed it, tried to center it, and it went just harmlessly across the front of the goal box. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to come to the Greyhounds.
Both these teams play a tough schedule. They all play club at a very high level. They're talented players.
My mistake.
Smart players.
Dan, that's going to go to the Millers. I thought that was going to go to the Greyhounds. Millers center it, or Greyhounds center it. There's a
easy
shot.
Ball for the keeper.
Oh, my.
Bounced right in front of her.
A
little tougher than we thought.
Well, I was a baseball player in my days, and I know those ground balls that bounce right in front of you. They can be some of the toughest shots because you get a rebound or, you get a funny bounce on that, and you never can tell what's going to happen. Coming down to 4 minutes here in the first half.
Kelsey James with the corner.
0-0. Greyhounds with the corner kick. See how she tries to look at they're all bunched right in front of the net there for that corner kick. Now they're starting to move. Shot and a goal. I didn't see who got that. But it was beautifully set up there. No doubt about that. Good goal by the Greyhounds.
Antoine, I think. 16.
Carmel goal, Olivia Frey.
Olivia Frey gets the goal.
Frey with the goal. That's a tough one. Give up 3.5 minutes before the half off a corner.
Yep. Yeah, it was nicely set up. There's no doubt about that, Dan. But that is a tough one for the Millers because now the Millers have got to not only play better defense, but they got to hit the offensive side here too against a very, very, very stingy defense of the Carmel Greyhounds, who have only given up 1 goal during regulation play. Well, you'd said it there about at about the 15-minute mark, Dan, that Carmel was getting more aggressive. They just go and kick that ball out of bounds. And that aggressiveness paid off for them and got that goal. They just kind of choked things up there in front of the net and got the ball and got it going.
2.5 minutes. It'll be interesting to see here if Noblesville can put anything together. They're going to get another chance.
Millers would definitely like to tie this up before the end of the half. Clock is at 2:10 and running. That ball went way, way over into the practice field, and they didn't have another one to put in play.
2 minutes.
It's like all the ball girls are on the end here this evening.
Shot toward the goal. Well, it hit the goal, but hit the top instead of the front.
Carmel substitution, number 12, Susie Soderstrom.
So you always want to be careful in the few minutes after a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Both
Vulnerable
ways.
time for both teams, isn't it? Aaron Baker kicks it into play. Millers try to keep it down in the Greyhound zone. That one's going to go way out of bounds. Kicked out by Jensen Summer. Emily Roper was coming down the sideline there, and the rate she was going, that was probably a wise move by Summers, trying to put that ball out of bounds. Greyhounds kick it into the Miller zone. Once again, as you said, Dan, they're playing a number of players back. Millers get it, and they will kick it.
About 30 seconds left on this throw-in.
Got time for one more setup here. Greyhounds have sent it into the goal
10,
box.
9, 8, 7.
Greyhounds will have
6,
one more shot
5,
here.
4,
Just barely missed to the left, and that will be the last play of the first half. So after 40 minutes of IHSAA girls soccer, it's the Carmel Greyhounds 1, the Noblesville Millers 0. We'd like to welcome you to today's broadcast of IHSAA girls soccer on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, serving Noblesville in the area for over 26 years. Our other participating sponsors, Noblesville Trophies and Community Health. Dan, before we take a little break here, just a real quick summary of the first half. Your thoughts?
I'd say they were pretty evenly played, scored off that corner, caught a break, and that's been the difference. So it's 1-0 Carmel.
We're going to take a little break here, bring you some commercial messages, and we'll be back here on Hamilton County Television after these messages from our sponsors.
with Franklin Central has been pushed back to 6 p.m. Varsity approximately 7:30 p.m. That
is this Wednesday's junior varsity game with Franklin Central. Junior varsity will begin at 6 and varsity will follow at approximately 7:30 p.m. For 200 years, the University of Cincinnati has put education into action, seizing every moment and owning every experience.
Noblesville's 70th annual.
Welcome back to tonight's broadcast of IHSAA Class 3A Boys Soccer on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 26 years in business. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors, Noblesville Trophies and Community Health. And speaking of community health, they are Central Indiana's leader in providing health care services where and when patients need them. Any questions, contact Community Health at 317-355-7775 or check out their website, www.ecommunity.com. My name is Brad Silbert. Sitting to my left is Dan Axe. And Dan, you know, it started out kind of even, and then things seemed to move toward a little bit more in favor of Noblesville as far as end-to-end action. And then about the last 15 minutes of the half, everything moved toward the Greyhounds.
Yeah, it was pretty much back and forth there, but there was an issue there with the not clearing in front of the goal, and that's what turned out to be the goal by Olivia Frey. So we've got a 1-0 game.
We're going to have you put your coach's hat on now. First of all, for the Millers, what's Michael Brady telling the team here at halftime?
I'm going to say he's going to tell them to do exactly what they did the first half, other than they've got to clear that ball out when it's right there in front of the keeper.
Frank Dixon, I mean, the Greyhounds are used to close, low-scoring games. Well, both of these teams are. What's he have to say to his squad?
I'd say about the same. You just keep it up. You got a 1-0 lead. Don't lose your moving forward. Don't try to pack it in here. Let's go out and get this.
It's pink night here at White River Elementary School. The shirts say "Tough Enough to Wear Pink." Great cause, the Megan Ott Foundation, taking up a little bit of a collection here at halftime, and certainly a worthy cause if you would care to donate to that. But it's always a worthy cause when the teams put the pink nights on. All of the teams do it, the girls' teams, the boys' teams, and it's good to see them coming together. Dan, we've got 40 minutes to go in this one. The Greyhounds with a 1-goal lead. What's your prediction now? I know I'm putting you on the spot, buddy, but
yeah, I'd go for a 1-1 draw here. I think Noblesville will find a way to get a goal.
The Millers wearing their Think Pink uniforms. They'll be moving left to right on your screen. The Greyhounds in their predominantly white, blue letters and numbers on their uniforms. They'll be moving right to left here during the second half. And we're going to transition from what was at the end of the first half, bright sunlight, where I guess actually right now you can almost call it dusk. You still see the sun hitting off the clouds there out to our east. You can see it there in that beautiful picture that our cameraman Lucas is getting for us. Also like to thank our producer-director Will down there in the truck, taking care of that kind of business for us. And back at the station, our executive producer Jim Wofford. These guys make us make our job a lot easier, don't they, Dan?
Yes, they do.
We are ready to go. And the Millers and the Greyhounds. Greyhounds with the ball. Greyhounds get it. They're bringing it down the sideline. It's Kelsey James. The ball goes out of bounds. And did we have a foul called on that, Dan?
Yes. Yeah, there's a foul there.
And I believe that's going to go against the Greyhounds, so I believe the Millers should get the ball, correct?
I think it's going to be the other way.
Okay, I misread it. Yeah, you're correct. Here comes the Greyhounds with the ball. Good thing you're here to keep me straight, man.
Came into her pretty tough there. Kelsey James on this free kick. This one's in a little closer here. She's probably going to go for, I'm going to say, the far post.
Yeah. They're not loading up in front of the net quite as much. Now they break the huddle there, and shot goes straight over the net. I couldn't tell if that was tipped or she just got under it too much.
Looked like a deflection, but he's not calling it that way.
I kind of thought it was. I wasn't sure. Hoopengartner, right in front of us, gets it across the midfield stripe.
Goes a nice back heel to Chatterton.
Sends it into the center, but there's no Millers there. There just happened to be a Greyhound there, but
and
the Millers
handball.
get it back and get called for a hand. What a way to stop a drive. We're just started here in the second half. Welcome aboard, Hamilton County Television.
Noblesville back with the high press again.
However you happen to be watching us tonight, if you're watching on Roku, on Instagram, on YouTube, glad to have you with us tonight. Thank you for joining us.
He saw a foul there. This ought to be a pretty good opportunity here for
good
Noblesville.
Opportunity for the Millers here. See how they're going to set this up, Dan.
Jenna Chatterton sort of leaking off here to the right, but somebody's with her at this point.
Goaltender Aaron Baker is shouting instructions.
Low drive.
Gets it through. Sets it back up. Another shot.
Easily handled.
Yeah, Aaron Baker makes the save. That one was kind of bam, 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 back and forth there. Almost looked like a volleyball there for a second.
She's going to distribute out the back. Not sure her coach wants her to hit that square ball across the back. Noblesville does have good speed. Goodness.
I'm sure that Coach Dixon is aware of that, and he's told his squad to just don't let them get by you. There was an example of it as Susie Sonnerstrom came in there and tried to take the ball away, but the Millers just barely got it away before she got in there, and it got poked away. That one's going to go out of bounds. So Aaron Baker will kick the ball back into play.
Low short kick.
Miller's
Emma
chasing
Potter
it down.
on it.
Yep. That goes out of bounds.
Potter will get the throw.
Yeah, the Greyhounds were trying to sneak one in there on them, Dan. They were all ready to throw it in, and the sideline judge said, no, I don't think so. Millers get it across the court, across midfield. Hoopengartner. Oh, that's going to be a foul.
That's going to leave a mark.
Yep. That was one of those plays, though, Dan, where Hoopengartner was going at that, and I think that's one of those that's almost unavoidable, that type of play.
I think she's always going to get that call against her.
Yeah.
Nice step.
Sydney Anderson sends it in. Miller's trying to get it set up, get around two defenders for the Greyhounds, and they can't get around them. Greyhounds send it toward the midfield stripe.
Potter with a really nice
That
play.
was a good play by Potter. She still got the ball.
Did it again.
See how she's just spinning around there and keeping control of the ball. That's amazing. Miller's with the toss in. Miller's trying to set it up, but three Greyhounds along right there with the Miller ball handler. That goes back to Brooke Hines and out of bounds. That Emma Potter putting that in again, Dan?
Yes.
Greyhounds hit it out of bounds again. Potter puts it back in play.
Tough ball to handle.
What did he call on that one?
I think it went out of bounds.
Oh, was it? Okay. Greyhounds with the inbound play, 33-20 remaining in this match.
Carmel substitution, number 1, Ashley Watucky.
Ashley Watucky, one of the starters for Coach Frank Dixon, back in the game. Miller's trying to keep the pressure on here and tie this game up. Hoopengartner sets it up in the middle. Got a Miller there, but Cecilia Goad just could not break loose, and that one ends up going out of bounds. But the Millers will retain possession, and Hoopengartner going to put it back in. Hoopengartner toward the goal. Nobody there for the Millers to rebound it, but this time goes right into the hands of Erin Baker. And she's going to kick it back? Yeah, she's going to kick it. Got a higher kick this time, almost to the midfield stripe. Millers take it back again. Jensen Summer, she gets it poked away from her. Hoopengartner right here in front of us, trying to get something set up and get it into the back of that net. Nice ball handling by Hoopengartner. Goad with the ball.
Nice cross.
Centered right in front. Ball went out of bounds.
That was nice work by Goad there. She pulled out and let Hoopengartner come in, and then she took the ball back and then went down for the cross.
Unfortunately, she got a little bit too much on that, and it sailed over the goal, right across the goal. And Erin Baker will put it back into play. Millers take the inbound play. Back and forth toward the midfield stripe. Greyhounds trying to get something set up here. Millers take it away from them. Keely Hoopengartner.
It's pretty much been all Noblesville here in the second half.
Blocked there.
Got a non-conference score from McCutcheon, HSC 5. McCutcheon scoreless. That's a final.
We'll see Hamilton Southeastern boys and girls next week. Both the boys game and the girls game against these Noblesville Millers. We got some great soccer coming up, Dan.
Yes, we do. Had some.
Mm-hmm. That one rolls out of bounds, and Millers will retain possession. Hoopengartner trying to get it set up. Here she comes into the center, trying to turn it. There she goes with a kick. Oh, just
nice
missed.
save. That looked like it was
good
on
save.
frame.
Yeah, it looked like that would have been just inside that left goalpost. And Aaron Baker comes up with for the Greyhounds what could be a game-saving goal or save.
Carly Hudnall.
I should say a goal-saving.
Yes. Dangerous ball.
Yes. Miller's trying to keep the pressure on the Greyhounds.
She's onside.
Shot off to the left of the net. Aaron Baker will put it back in play. She hasn't been real effective on those inbound plays, Dan. She's been getting some distance on them, but not nearly the distance that we've seen other players. And the Millers just take that away on the second bounce.
Especially on those low balls. You're really not looking to, if you don't win the first one, that second ball is oftentimes right there.
Millers have it blocked by the Greyhounds. Hoopengartner going after it. Probably lucky she didn't get called for a foul on that one. That was a hard hit. Hoopengartner once again.
Nice
ball. Back to the side. Millers and the Greyhounds mixing it up. Greyhounds trying to get it set there. Brooke Hines clears it back across midfield.
Great little touch.
And
they picked it up.
Yep.
It's not over.
Ashley Waituki, she got to that ball. I don't know if she knew that knew that forward was there behind her or not, but she did get to it just before the Millers got to it and got it out of danger. Out of bounds again. Greyhounds will put the ball back in play, and that's going to bring Emma Antonio in, one of the leading goal scorers for the Greyhounds.
Off the Millers.
Greyhounds once again. That one was up into the stands. That one's kicked to the corner there. Header by Ashley Moorfield. Millers are chasing it down there, as are the Greyhounds. Greyhounds get to it first. Greyhounds put it back out toward the middle of the field. Shot. And that's a goal. That is a goal. Carly Hudnall with the goal. Take a look at this, Dan. This thing just looks like it looks like Baker got a hand on it and just could not deflect it, and it ended up going into the net. So with 27-14
got us a game
in the second half, Carly Hudnall has tied this match up at 1 apiece. Great effort there on that goal. The Millers have definitely had the advantage as far as the way this game has gone so far in this half, Dan. They've, I think they have definitely outplayed the Greyhounds.
I think they have too. I think Noblesville was a little more effective though when Jenna Chatterton played higher.
Yeah.
She's got a little more pace up there. They've dropped her into the middle. But he rotates people, so she may be back up there again.
And neither of these teams give up a lot of goals. That's only actually the second goal in regulation time that the Carmel Greyhounds have given up.
Ashlyn Moorfield just took another ball straight to the side of the head. She's had 2 here in the last 2 minutes.
She'll be seeing stars a little later, won't she?
Hope not. Hope not.
Or do we say that's using the old noggin?
Yeah.
Miller's getting it set up. Jensen Summers kicks it back into play. Long kick right to the center. Greyhounds get it. Hounds on it. Miller's too good job on defending that. Great job of defense there by Jensen Summers. Miller's trying to get it back down the court, or rather down the field again. It goes out of bounds. I believe that was tipped by the Greyhounds, so that should be a Miller ball. It looks like Keely Hoopengartner is going to put that ball in play, I believe.
Got a sub, Jenna Chatterton, going off.
Substitution number 13, 23, Tamara Smith. And for the Millers, number 10, McKenna Lloyd.
Millers send it in. Greyhounds have got it back in the corner.
Malloy, nice job there.
Let's see if the Millers can get this set up. Greyhounds do a very nice job of clearing that out of there and getting out of danger, Dan. That one's going to be picked up by McKenna Monday. That ends up going out of bounds.
Kelsey James was bearing down on her pretty heavily there.
Yeah. Back into the corner there, out of bounds once again. It'll be a goal kick.
24.
Can tell these girls are hot. They're wiping their brows with their shirts.
It's a good break for the Millers. Ball out of bounds. I get a throw in here in the middle of the field.
You know, when this match started, Dan, it was 82 degrees. Now it's 83. So the temperature has stayed there, but as the sun goes down, I imagine it's going to go down rather rapidly, and humidity still rather comfortable at about 56%.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's great here in this press box.
Oh, yeah, it's wonderful. Thanks to Tony Euler and all the athletic staff here at Noblesville High School for all their help, especially Andrew Trissler providing us with a lot of very good information to try to make our broadcast a little bit more interesting for you. Greyhounds with the ball, trying to get it set up in the middle. Fall back and regroup. Greyhounds still with the ball. Send it back out, now into the middle again. What are we going to have called on that, Dan? The ball went out of bounds. Is that just an out-of-bounds play?
Yeah, I think the ball might have gone off of the Carmel girl there.
Okay. Well,
I think Potter caught up to it. Yeah. Just got a touch on it.
The bodies were flying there, and I didn't know if there'd be some kind of a foul called on it, but apparently not.
She's a solid player. She got 2 more years here, too.
Mm-hmm. McKenna Monday gets the ball in bounds. Miller's trying to take control. Greyhounds send it back down the field, and that one's going to go out of bounds, but the Greyhounds are going to retain possession. 22 minutes remaining in this one. We are tied at 1. What has been an excellent soccer game, Dan.
Need a clearance here. They got it.
Greyhounds are back. Miller's take it right back.
Here's a possible opportunity.
And the Greyhounds send it right back across the midfield stripe. They've got it on their side of the stripe, now into Miller territory. Naomi Mann, a good bit of ball handling there, trying to get a shot off. She can't get a shot off.
Tough break.
Miller's trying to keep that ball from going out of bounds, but could not, just couldn't get there.
Okay, here's where they really want to be careful.
Kelsey James is going to have the, that going to be a corner kick, Dan?
Yep. Yeah, I think it was off Potter.
Well, let's see how they set up here. A lot of people and a lot of pink in front of the goal right now.
A lot of pink in this crowd.
Yes. Trying to center. Goes across and out of bounds. I don't know if that was touched by anybody or not. But
don't think so. It was a dangerous ball, though.
Yeah, I believe the Millers are going to have it. And Monday kicks it back into play. Here come the Millers up the sideline. That goes out of bounds. That'll go back to the Carmel Greyhounds.
I think Noblesville has a little bit better luck when they try to distribute the ball out of the back rather than just kick it long.
Greyhounds at 9-1-1. Millers 7-1-2 on the season. Soccer season rapidly coming to a close here in the next week or so. First week of October, we'll be into sectionals.
Last regular season games next week.
Mm-hmm.
I think the drawing show will be this Sunday night.
Yeah, the 23rd is the draw. So we'll see who's going where on the 23rd, where and when. Good job of intercepting the ball down the Miller, or the Greyhounds get it right back. They got something set here. There's a shot. It's blocked. Another shot. That's going to go wide of the net.
Going to get fortunate here.
Yeah.
Yeah, these two teams will go to opposite ends of the state. Carmel's sectional, regional, semi-state goes south, and Noblesville goes north.
And for the Millers, number 26.
Last year, the Noblesville Millers made it all the way to the semi-state. Unfortunately, lost in overtime to Penn.
Two-time champion Penn.
Yep.
Excellent team.
That was a great match too. I enjoyed being part of that. That was a lot of fun. Although I didn't like the final score, but Dan, you know, sometimes that can't be helped.
That's true.
Greyhounds with the ball inbound. That one goes all the way up into the stands here. Looks like the Greyhounds are trying to play a little bit more aggressively now, Dan.
Yeah, I think that goal woke them up.
18:25 remaining in the second half. The Millers and the Greyhounds. Number 3 versus number 4. Greyhounds have got something set here. Here's a shot. Going to be a shot. Nice block.
Save. Really nice
good save there by McKenna Monday. Probably the best save she's had all night.
Yep.
I couldn't see who took that shot, but she was aiming for that upper right corner of the net. And I think if Monday hadn't got a hand on it, it would be 2-1 right now.
I think you're right. It's a tough shot, too. It could have been one when you get your hand on it, it still goes in the net.
Yeah, yeah. The corner kick, as you say, always dangerous. Right across the middle. Can they get the deflection? They do not. Back out of the goal box. Miller's headed back down the field, but the Greyhounds have got it back, and they're falling back and regrouping again. Kelsey James trying to get it set up for the Greyhounds. Oh man, that could be. They're gonna. Who are they calling on the foul on that, Dan?
They're gonna call the Noblesville girl.
They're gonna call Hoopengartner on the foul.
Yeah.
That looked like it was kind of both of them, but.
Yeah, the ball was going that direction.
Yeah,
she ran into
yep.
her.
Last few minutes, the Greyhounds have done a good job of keeping the ball down here in the Miller side of the field. That one goes out of bounds, and it's going to the Greyhounds. They get the inbound. Greyhounds trying to work it down the field. Millers do a good job of deflecting that. That was Sydney Anderson who deflected that. Carly Hudnall was after that. Now the Greyhounds have it back, trying to get it set up. Here's another shot. Good save by Monday.
Ball skipped right at the keeper. She's
been tested very, very seriously 3 times here in the last few minutes, Dan, and she's stood up to the test. Miller's trying to get the ball back.
Oh, nice ball by Hensley.
Hensley.
Take her on, Hargis,
I
quickly.
think that's Jenna Chatterton with the ball there in the corner, isn't it? Centered. Oh, nobody there.
Noblesville gets another goal. I got a feeling it's going to go through Chatterton.
Hoopengardner goes after it. Can she get to it before it goes out of bounds? She does.
Nutmegs her.
Nice move by Keely Hoopengardner. Now the Greyhounds
Nice
get the ball back. They're trying to get it up the field. They get an opportunity here. That's broken up by the Millers. Kelsey James trying to reset. She takes a shot. Oh, my, that hit the post.
Hit the post on the outside.
Wow. Oh, my. Take a look at the replay on this, Dan. That was close. Take a look at this shot. Just off of the post. What do they say? The goaltender's best buddy is
friend.
the post?
Best friend.
I played a lot of hockey when I was a youngster, and I remember the sound of the ding of that thing hitting, of that puck hitting that metal post. Miller's trying to break this tie. Jenna Chatterton in the center. Miller's trying to get it set up. They got something going here. Got Hoopengardner down there, and she just could not get to it. And goaltender Aaron Baker takes the ball. And she'll kick it back toward the midfield stripe. A little higher kick this time than what she's been doing here recently.
She does a little better when she punts it, that's for sure.
Miller's back and forth over the midfield stripe. Ashlyn Moorfield, nice bit of ball handling there. Look at her go. It was Tamara Smith who poked it away from her. Millers have the ball back on the side there. Remain in the possession of the Millers. 13:38 left in this one. We are tied at 1. Welcome aboard. Hamilton County Television soccer game of the week. Somebody got away with one there, didn't they?
He's going to give her a card.
Is he? Yeah, should be. Take a look at this. You'll see.
Sydney Anderson, I believe.
Yeah. Grabs the uniform. Yeah, I believe it was Anderson who got that. The junior defender. So that's a clock stoppage while things reset here, and we've got a substitution coming in. Miller's reset. Good kick. Taken by the Millers. That's going to go out of bounds off of Jewel Hensley. So the Greyhounds will have it again deep in Miller territory. Miller's trying to get the ball back. Good hustle there.
Jenna Chatterton.
Yeah, good hustle by Chatterton. She tries to get it toward the center.
Got Hoopengardner out there in front of her.
Still a good job of ball handling there by Chatterton. Chatterton looking for help. Gets it into the center.
Malloy.
And I don't know if that ball was that tipped or deflected or not, but
don't think so.
It ended up going to the left of the goal. So Aaron Baker will put the ball back in play once again for the Greyhounds. Each team with one goal in this match. Greyhounds got theirs late in the first half. Miller's got theirs right about the 27-minute mark in the second half.
Carmel throw in.
Yeah, kicked out of bounds by Jensen Summers. Greyhounds, you can see a little bit more intensity on their part now than there was earlier.
Puts that ball out there
There's
nicely. She's
Hoopengardner.
onside.
Oh, my.
He didn't call it.
No call on that one. Okay. The Miller faithful here are not happy about that. The Carmel fans who are off to our right, just very pleased with that play. McKenna Malloy, ball handling. Good job by Malloy. Gets it back to Moorfield. She's trying to get it up to Jewel Hensley. Hensley down the sideline, trying to get it set up, trying to get it centered, taken away by the Greyhounds. Greyhounds with a possible opportunity here. Tamara Smith brings it down. She centers it.
Oh, she's on.
And the Millers managed to get that ball away, get it out of danger. McKenna Malloy again. All the way across the field. I think that's Carly Hudnall over there. She lost it. Coming up on 10.5 minutes remaining in this one. Been a very exciting match. That one will go back to the Millers. Dan, it's amazing how the pace of this thing goes back and forth.
Yeah, they get energy here in spurts.
Aaron Baker trying to get it to the midfield stripe. Millers take it back. Good job of defense there by Ashlyn Moorfield. Mara Smith has got it. She tried to center it. Brooke Hines kicks it over to the side. There's a shot.
Not sure if that was on frame.
It was close. I think that's one that McKenna Monday wasn't going to take any kind of chances on, Dan. And also, she didn't want somebody to get a rebound on that or come in and take that ball away from her. Nice high arching shot by Monday. Get the ball back in play. 9:25 remaining. Another out-of-bounds play coming. Miller's trying to get it set up. The bodies are flying all over the place again now. Yep. Will that be a kick or a throw-in?
It's going to be a kick, but the ball's a little bit out that distance here for.
Yeah.
Nice ball in.
Mm-hmm. Hoopengartner went in there trying to beat Aaron Baker to the ball, but she could not. Good job there by Ashlyn Moorfield. Millers get it back again and drive it back into Greyhound territory. Greyhounds trying to get it set up here. Good play there by number 10, McKenna Malloy. Malloy still with the ball, looking for some help. I think that was Carly Hudnall who had it but slipped. Greyhounds with 3-on-3 here. And McKenna Monday comes out, and she makes a very nice stop there. She had two Greyhounds coming right in on top of her, Dan.
Yeah, she also had her own player. That can be even as much trouble.
Greyhounds send it deep into Miller territory. Millers try to clear it, blocked by the Greyhounds. Greyhounds get it back again. Another one.
Noblesville, a little bit of trouble there. They were 1-on-3 there for a bit.
Yeah, that was dangerous. Ball coming back toward the midfield stripe. Does not go out of bounds, so the Greyhounds have got to play it. Quickly. Coming up on 7:10 remaining in this one. Will it stay a 1-1 game, or will somebody walk away from this a winner? We'll know in another 7 minutes. Greyhounds setting it up. Millers once again get it back. Millers try to get it back over the center. Oh, my. Millers had a chance there, but just could not get to the ball. There's going to be a foul called on that one.
Hoopengartner, I think, on that one.
Yeah, came over her back there. And they're having her put the ball down on the midfield stripe. Elizabeth Hargis ready to put it in play. Could be a dangerous play here. Shot and, ooh, my.
That could have been.
Wow.
Couple ways. Ball could have gone in on its own. She also had a forward there crashing.
Hargis did a good job of setting that up, but the Millers Millers defense did fairly well, but the Greyhounds managed to get in there and get a shot off, which luckily for McKenna Monday went to the left of the net. We're under 6 minutes. Monday will put the ball back in play with a kick. Off of a Miller to a Greyhound. Greyhounds control it right now. Millers get it back, and that's going to go out of bounds, but the Greyhounds will be able to reset here. 5.5 minutes left in this one. Remember in that pregame, Dan, we were talking and saying we thought the total goal score to be somewhere between 0 and 3.
That's what we're looking at.
Yep. Greyhounds with a shot. And once again, McKenna Monday comes up big. Kicks it over to the side. Greyhounds take it right back. Olivia Frey tried to take it, but the Millers take it away from her. Miller's with it on the sideline. Jenna Chatterton trying to go back after it. She gets it again. Now Hoopengartner to Chatterton. Oh, Chatterton.
That was a sweet little play. Here we go.
Shot. Goal! No goal, or was that a goal? No, that was not a goal.
Not a goal.
Oh, wow. I thought that had gone in and bounced out. And most of the fans here thought the same thing. The Greyhounds got one heck of a break there, Dan. Wow.
We got a stoppage here. We got a player down at the top of the circle.
I thought that went in, but we do have an injury. Take a look at this, and we are back in live action here. Let's take a look at that one more time. There's that shot. I think what confused people is it hit the upright.
Yeah,
the net fluttered in the. So I think everybody was thinking there was a goal there. While we got time here, let's remind you that Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provides you with same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them at 317-773-7391 or check them out online, www.noblesvilletrophies.com, and be sure to follow them on Facebook and Twitter. I'd like to thank all the folks at Logan Street Signs and Banners, our primary sponsor for high school soccer here on Hamilton County Television. You know, they're celebrating over 26 years in business, Dan. That's quite an accomplishment, being in business 26 years.
Yes, it is.
Logan Street Signs and Banners specializes in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. Contact them, 317-773-7200. Visit their website, www.loganstreetsigns.com. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Emily Spidell
is the player who's getting a little bit of an assist off there, although she seems to be moving halfway decently there. You always just hate to see any kind of an injury, but hopefully Emily will be fine and either be able to re-enter the game or maybe take a couple days to heal up and be ready for the next match for the Greyhounds. Aaron Baker will kick the ball into play. Nice high kick. Millers get ahead on it. Ashlyn Moorfield with it. She gets it down the field, returned right back down by the Greyhounds. Miller's trying to get to it again. They do. Center it. There's Hoopengartner. Hoopengartner fighting for the ball, gets it back, sends it into the center. Chased down by Jewel Hensley, and the goaltender Baker picks it up. Under 4 minutes, 3 minutes and 44 seconds to be exact, left in this one. Millers and the Greyhounds. What a match this has been, Dan.
Runs Chatterton off the ball. First time that's
happened.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen to her very often. That's going to go out of bounds, it looks like. So that should be a Miller ball with a side throw in.
2 big games next week. Noblesville at HSE on Tuesday and HSE girls up here on Wednesday.
And we'll have both of those games here on Hamilton County Television. That'll wrap up our regular season coverage. Then we'll have to see. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing for sectionals yet. I'm sure we'll probably be doing something. Greyhounds getting it into the middle there with an opportunity there.
Keeper's out.
Oh, my.
She was offside.
Offside call, but I'll tell you, Dan, the Greyhounds missed a beautiful opportunity there, but I guess if it hadn't been for the offside,
he waved it off anyway.
They wouldn't have had the play.
He waved it off on the goal kick.
Kind of exciting for the fans to watch, though, to say the least.
Still 2.5 minutes here.
Yep.
Nice step.
Yeah, good step there. Good shot inside by the Greyhounds. One of the Millers goes down. Greyhounds setting it up, but they cannot get to it. That ends up, no, it didn't go out of bounds.
Yeah.
Or did it? Yes, it did. Okay. I thought for a second there it didn't. McKenna Monday will have the kick. 2 minutes remaining in this one. Keely Hoopengartner bringing it down in a foot race there with Brooke Bailey. Hoopengartner still with the ball. Tries to center it. It's blocked by Bailey. Hoopengartner once again on the far side. Trying to get it into the center. She does, but the Millers send it back toward the midfield stripe. Nice bit of defense there by the Millers after the Greyhounds had pretty well cleared that.
Miller throw in here.
Miller throw in here with another opportunity, down to 1:20 in this game. Miller's playing aggressively here. They want to play aggressively, but they got to also be aware on the defensive side too. There's a take. Oh my! No call. And the Greyhounds come up with the ball. Millers stop it once again.
Called a foul on that one.
And Sydney Anderson. Millers with under a minute here, exactly 40 seconds remaining here to try to get something into the net and break this 1-1 tie. Jensen Summers taking her time getting this set up. Under 30 seconds now. Summers with the kick. Let's see where it goes here. Greyhounds got a head on it. That one's going to be kicked up over the net and out of bounds. And Aaron Baker will kick the ball into play. And barring a miracle here, this is going to end up a 1-1 tie.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, Dan, we were only 1 goal off when we said we thought they might score up to 3, but final score in what I would have to call this a very, very competitive match.
Yeah, this was a good game. Two good teams, two good coaches, a lot of good players.
You being a soccer man the way you've been for so many years, how do you rate this game?
About the way I expected. I figured it would be a 1-1 tie, and that's what we got to. Or a scoreless tie, wouldn't surprise me.
Well, next Tuesday, you and I will be back here at Noblesville. Oh, no, we're at Hamilton Southeastern next Tuesday. Excuse me. Yes.
For the boys.
Yeah, we've got the boys. We've got the Noblesville boys at Hamilton Southeastern.
Have a good night, and please.
And Wednesday night we'll be up here for the girls' game.
Yes, and so that's going to be an exciting time. But in the meantime, we'd like to thank you for watching tonight's broadcast of IHSAA Girls Soccer on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 26 years in business. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors, Noblesville Trophies and Community Health. Like to thank our great technical crew, Dan. We couldn't do it without him. Lucas on the camera, Bill down there in the truck, producing and directing, and Senior Producer Director, Executive Director, Jim Wofford back at the station. On behalf of Dan Axe, my name is Brad Silbert. Thank you for watching us tonight on Hamilton County Sports. Good night.